Y'all, so I'm wearing my glasses. I didn't even realize that, but I'm not taking them off because it's gonna leave marks all over my nose. Anyways, so today I'm gonna tell you guys basically kind of go through my whole extension experience. As you know, if you watched the last video, if you didn't watch the last video, if I remember, I'll link it below. I would definitely suggest watching that first because I'm really not gonna go into like specific review, what's the word I'm looking for? Details, specific review details. I'm not going to go into that because that's all in that video. So if you would like to see that video, I will put it down there if I remember. If I don't remember, then tell me in the comments that I didn't remember and I'll put it there. Okay? Okay. So I'm not going to go through specific details because this is just going to be like an ending point where I kind of tell you guys like my whole entire experience. At the point of me making that video, I had only had my extensions in for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and at this point right now I've had them in for maybe 2, maybe 3 months, something like that. I'm not really sure. I've reapplied them 3 times, and the second time I applied them, if you follow me on Snapchat, then you know, the second time I applied them by myself. And in the video, like in my first video, I told you guys I wouldn't really suggest applying them yourself. It was totally feasible that you could do it, but I just wouldn't suggest it, just so you could get placement right and everything else. But as of now, I would not apply them by yourself. Even if you have a friend who doesn't know like what the hell they're doing. My friend didn't know what the hell she was doing. Even if you have a friend that doesn't know what the hell they're doing, I would definitely just, you know, watch some videos on YouTube or whatever, what have you, and have her or him or he, she, it, we, they, whatever, have them apply the extensions to your hair, because what I found out is that you really need an aerial view, because this is the extension right here, okay? And when you pull the extensions apart, this is actually an extension that came out of my hair, because when I applied them myself, if you guys saw my Snapchat, every time I washed my hair I lost an extension, and the reason is because when I applied them unevenly. So like, especially in the back of my head, like I lost almost all my extensions in the back of my head because they weren't applied evenly. So let me zoom up real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the extension right here. So you can see, oh there, you can see it real good, kind of how it like overlaps. There's not supposed to be any type of overlapping. So this is the glue part right here hanging out. And because that was hanging out, when the water hit it, it allowed the water to kind of go down into the extension in between them because they weren't sandwiched together properly. So when the water went in between them, it kind of loosened that glue up, and that's why I lost them. So technically, the extension should lay together like this, and then your hair would be sandwiched in between that. And because that wasn't the case in the back of my head, in the front of my head it was, because, you know, I could see up here, but in the back of my head it wasn't. So because of that, that is why I lost all the extensions in the back of my hair. So we really suggest that you guys just find somebody to do it. The last time I did it, my mom did it. My mom had never put extensions in before, and she did a really good job. Like I said, my friend had never put them in before, and she did a really good job. So I definitely just, from the get-go, I just wanted to throw that out there before I forgot to tell you guys that I definitely suggest having somebody put them in, just so that way you can get a proper seal on your extension. So because of my last video, I technically like did not put a before and after because I'm an asshole and I totally forgot to take a before and after. I'm gonna go ahead and put my before and after in right here, just so you guys can get an idea of like what it physically looks like at the time of application, a before and after. So here is my before. My hair is like super fine, super straight, yuckity yuck. I hate my hair. And then here is the after picture. In the after picture, I did curl them. I cannot wear these straight just because they are very uneven. I don't know how to cut them into my hair properly. So I myself basically have to curl them. So if you want to wear these straight, I would definitely suggest having a stylist cut them into your hair properly. I just didn't have that. My friend didn't know how to do it, and to be honest, I don't know any stylists in my area that know how to do it either. So I just curl them. It doesn't bother me to curl them. like I said in my last video, normally I let them air dry naturally. So, you know, it really doesn't matter to me because I always have them curled. So there's that. So now I'm just going to tell you guys like kind of about the application, the reapplication, all that. Because in my first video, as you guys know, I didn't show like any type of application because I lost the fucking footage. And oddly enough, I don't know where it went because it was on this freaking card and now it's not on this card. I had used my A5100 and kind of filmed myself like pulling my extensions out, because basically to take them out, all you have to do is put any type of oil. You can buy the fractionated or unfractionated, fractionated maybe, I don't know, I really don't know, coconut oil, any kind of oil. You can use any kind of oil. You can use olive oil, coconut oil, whatever fucking oil you want. So basically all you do is you take oil and you put it like on the part of the extension that has the glue on it. So you would take oil and, you know, while it's in your hair and just kind of pour it on that part, or you can spray it. Their oil that you get on the Irresistible Me site does come with like a sprayer, but I didn't use the sprayer, just kind of dumped it on there, and you let it soak on there for a minute or two, and then literally it will slip right out. I've had no problems taking my extensions out. The first time I took them out, the ones in the back were a little bit harder just because I couldn't see. I had double mirrors, but I didn't really use them, to be honest. I just kind of slapped that shit in there because it was like right before my vacation and I knew I wanted to wear my hair up the whole time, and I knew I didn't have enough hair to wear it up without the extensions. So it was a little bit of a mess, girl, a little bit of a mess. So it was a little bit harder to get them out of the back of my hair because I wasn't able to see like where I was putting the oil at. So basically I just took a paper towel and like soaked it with oil and then just held it on the extension for like a minute or so. And then that worked and they were able to come out fine. I have not had any type of hair loss or anything like that. You will, when you take your extension out, you will see a lot of hair in the glue, but it's because your hair comes out naturally. I know a lot of people say that like, oh, extensions like make your hair super thin and they make you lose your hair, but honestly they don't. It just seems that way because you're so used to having like all this hair in your head. When you go to take your extensions out, your hair just seems that much more thinner. Because I'll be honest, when I took my extensions out, I was like, God damn, I got thin hair. Like, I knew I had thin hair, but when the extensions came out, I was like, oh my God, my hair's so thin. Like, it was crazy. So I'll stop rambling and we'll get into the application. So like I said, I lost the fucking footage. I don't know where it is on my memory card of me taking them out. When you take the extensions out of your hair, a lot of people, from what I found, either don't know this or just didn't bother. You have to take the glue off. So the glue is still on there, like it's not in your hair. The glue doesn't get stuck in your hair or anything like that. It sticks to the extension. It doesn't come off in your hair if any of you guys are worried about that. You have to take the glue off. And the way that I take the glue off, and I have a cut in of me doing this, is I would just take like a piece of foil, or I think one time I just did it on my countertop, but I thought I would, you know, use a piece of foil just to be like not so ghetto. I just take the extension with my thumb and run it against the foil, and then you'll see like kind of a little lip from the glue kind of peel up a little bit, and then you can just take that little lip and just rip it right off. Then after that, you want to take your extension glue, which comes like this. So they'll send you like re-tape, and basically just take this tape off, slap it on the extension, and you're good to go for another extension to use it another time. When you if you plan on reusing these, you really want to make sure that you wash them before you reuse them because they're going to have all that oil in it. You want to make sure that you flat iron them before you reuse them, just because they do dry kind of wavy, and you want to like kind of flat iron your hair, flat iron the extension hair. It just makes it a lot easier when it comes to like the reapplication. So as far as the reapplication goes, you basically just do what you do for the application. You take one extension, take a little piece of hair and hold it up, and then stick the extension underneath your piece of hair, and then you press that down onto the glue, like press your hair onto the glue. And then what I like to do is kind of pull up on the extension. That way I'm not getting any other hair from my head kind of caught in the glue or stuck to the glue or anything like that. And you just place the other extension on top. And then another thing I like to do is just take a flat iron and kind of like tap it on there, just so that way it kind of heats the glue up and like reinforces it, and then it kind of glues those two pieces together too. So that's basically it for the reapplication. I mean, it is literally the easiest thing in the world. You can totally do it by yourself. In order to keep them in, like I said in my other video, you want to use sulfate-free shampoos and conditioners. When you condition, you only want to condition the ends of your hair. You do not want to condition anywhere near the tape, or the tape will slip out. You have to be really careful or the tape will slip out. As I said in my last video, I don't have a problem with like blow drying or anything like that. They stay in your hair when you blow dry them. You can pull on them, they don't come out, they're in there really, really well. You just have to be careful when using oils, even hairsprays, because some hairsprays have like oils and stuff in them. You just have to be careful when it comes to like actually maintaining them. So now I'm just going to talk a little bit about like my whole entire experience, my experience as a whole. The longevity of the extensions, like how many times can you put them in? So I will tell you guys, at this point right now, I probably will not be able to use them again. What I've been doing, because they will split, because they're not natural hair, so they're not attached to your head, they're not getting oils from your head like your natural hair does, and they will split. If you brush them out really hard, if you put heat to them, like they're going to split. So what I've been doing is just kind of cutting them. Like when I go to reapply them, I'll just like cut the ends off, like find the split ends, and I'll just chop the split ends off. That's why like when I first started, they were like down to here. Now they're like kind of up to here. But I will say, this is the last time I'm going to be able to use them. I thought to myself, like, I'm going to be able to use these like 6 or 7 times. I don't understand what happens between like the first time you put them in and now. Like in my head, when I very first had them in, I was thinking like, I'm going to be able to use these for fucking ever. You know what I mean? All I got to do is retape them. But it doesn't really work like that. So, and I'll tell you why. I've noticed, and especially from this third time putting them in, because like I said, it's the third time I've used them, I didn't put as many in this time, and the reason is because, like I said, I didn't want them to be as heavy, and some of them I just couldn't, because they do get a little disheveled after a while. In my review video, if you guys remember, I told you how I really like these extensions because they weren't ratty and I could just run my fingers through my hair. So now that this is my third time using these, like this is their third round, do you see what I mean? They are starting to get to where like I can't just run my fingers through my hair. They are starting to get like maybe, you know, an extension that isn't as high as quality because I've been using them over and over. So they're kind of getting to the point where, I'm not gonna lie, they're a little bit annoying because they're starting to like rat up. So it's really hard for me to like run my fingers through my hair all the time. And the only reason I'm able to do this right now is because I literally just brushed the fuck through them before I started this video, just so I was able to do this. So that is one downside, that when you do use them over and over, they do start to like rat up and stuff like that. If you've ever used fake hair before, whether it's synthetic hair, whether it's natural hair, whether it's fucking hair from the Remy gods, like the best hair on earth, after a while it does start to get ratty, and it just doesn't curl as good, it doesn't style as good, it doesn't hold as good. I don't know what it is, I don't know why, I don't know like the mechanics behind it, but for some reason it just does not curl as good. Like when I first got them, so with my first extension, when I curled it, it would like curl up. It'd be like a spiral curl, and I would only hold it on the iron for like a couple of seconds. Well, now I have to hold them on the iron for a really long time just to get a wave like what I got going on right now. God, that's driving me nuts that I can't like put my fingers through my hair. I'll be real honest, like I'm probably gonna wear my hair up like quite a lot for this next like little round. Will I repurchase them? Yeah, probably. I probably will purchase another pack or two. to put them back in, because now I'm so used to them that I'm like, I have to have them now. I love them so much. But again, there are some downfalls. So not only do they get really ratty, they don't curl as well, they don't style as well, but, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know why, but the top of the extensions, so if you can see right here, the top of the extensions start to feel really thick, and I don't know why. Like, they don't feel as thin and flat as they did when they're brand new. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I don't understand, like, again, the mechanics behind that. I don't understand why they feel thicker now than they did. Like, it almost feels like in my head that I've got like a double pat of extensions on there, and I don't know why. Another thing that they will start to do is, for whatever reason, they'll start to curl. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but this one is like curled up a little bit. I didn't notice until we were at the mall the other day, and I had my hairstyle just like this. I had my extensions, my mom put my extensions back in last Thursday, I think it was, and today, or no, I think it was last Wednesday, and today's Tuesday, and I have not washed them yet. I like to go as long as I can without washing them when I very first put them in, just because I want to give that glue like time to really settle into my hair, so that way when I go to wash them, I won't have any problems with them slipping. So we were at the mall the other day, and we're walking around Old Navy, and Tim goes, "Oh my God, you can see your hair," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "I can see your tracks," because I'm always like, "Can you see my tracks? Can you see my tracks?" And before, you never could see them. But now they're like starting to curl up on the ends, so they like stick out of my hair. So you see how you can see them right there? And I don't know if it's because the placement is different, like maybe I placed them higher than I usually do, I can't really remember, or if it's because like I flat iron my hair before I put them in, and my hair is so thin that when I wear them down, because my hair is flat ironed, it's like thinner, do you know what I'm saying? So it just doesn't cover them properly. I haven't washed it yet in order to like test that theory. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, I will update you on Snapchat as to like whether it blended a little better or not. But as for right now, it's like there are extensions like curling up in the back to the point where you can see them through my hair. So more than likely, I'm probably going to be wearing my hair up a lot, even though I do wear my hair up a lot anyways. Like, if you guys follow me on Snap, you know that every day is like fucking Fun Friday for me every day. So, and because I'm a mom and like, I just do shit, run errands and do things and stuff like that. So I ain't got time to be like doing all this, even though this was like the easiest style. I mean, I've had this same style for like, what is today, Tuesday? And I had them put in last Wednesday. So for almost 7 days, and I have been to the gym. I have fun bun them. I have done everything to them. And when I take them down, all I have to do is like curl a couple of pieces and they're good. So that I do like. And I do, even though it sucks that they don't curl as well, I do kind of like it because I don't like my hair like super curly. I just like that like, you know, like beachy kind of Claire Marshall wave going on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm digging them. As for now, we'll see when I go to wash them. Like I said, I will update you guys on Snapchat when I go to wash them. So I think that I have covered it all. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you can leave them in the comments below. Like I said in my previous video, I do have an affiliate link through Irresistible Me. If you guys want to order extensions for yourself, if you use my link, I do get a 25% commission. So if you spend $100, I get $25. That's how that works, just in case you're curious. You guys know I'm always upfront and honest with you guys because there's no reason not to be. So if you guys order through my link though, thank you very much. Thank you so fucking much to those of you who have ordered through my link already. I do really appreciate it. It helps me fund my channel and all that stuff. So I think that's it. I think I covered it all. I still love them. I still am going to continue to buy them. I probably won't, because like I said in the beginning, they did send me 3 packs. I'll probably maybe only buy 1 or 2 packs this time, just because I prefer the way it is now. I had, let me think, 10, 20, I had like 25 extensions in my hair. So 25 pieces in my hair the first time I did it. And now I think I have 10 to 12 pieces. So I have like less than half of what I had the first time. And I just think that this round it looks a little bit more cohesive. It looks a little bit more natural, like it's not as big. And that's kind of just what I prefer. It's easier to maintain, it's easier to curl and style, it's easier to wash, it's just all around easier, you know what I mean? So I think that's it. Okay, I just want to throw that out there. So that is what's up. Again, if you guys have questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them. Y'all know I always answer my comments. So that is it. That's what's up. So I'm gonna go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you have not. Follow me on all my social media. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Peace.